Ladies and gentlemen, how are you doing today? I am Intronerded, and today I've got a little bit of a treat for you. This game is called Star Wars Force Commander. As you can tell from what you're looking at, it's a bit of an older one. And in fact, it came out in 2000 and is probably one of the games that I remember playing first, at least extensively playing. It was this and Age of Empires 2. Between those two, more hours of my life have been sunk into than I probably put into my education, which is not a good statistic. And if my parents are watching this, that's totally not true. Don't listen to that. But besides all that, this game is, well, it's a bit of an interesting one, because critically and in the reviews, this game did not do well. It didn't really do anything especially amazingly well, apart from being Star Wars, but the good thing is that me as a child, that was enough. It does things well enough to play, and it's also Star Wars, so therefore it's amazing, and I love it. But I think that's going to do it for this intro, so let's just jump into it, and I will show you the joys of Force Commander. Alright, so here we are in a skirmish battle. This had a campaign as well as skirmishes, and let's see if I can remember the controls. It's only been, oh, that's not right, no. It's only been multiple years, possibly a decade or two since I've played this. Alright, and there actually is a pretty good tutorial going on with it. So you have to take over bunkers like this guy's going to do over here, because that gives you command points, which are your currency, essentially. And through those you can come here and you can, get buildings, or let's find the right button, there we go, or you can come in here, get infantry, or you can come down here and you can get, heavy artillery and tanks and the like. For now, let's go with, I think we're going to get some turrets, actually. That's never a bad idea.
Where would you like this building?
And of course, you can only build a certain distance from your base, I believe. This has been so long since I played that I could very well be wrong about this. In fact, I don't even remember the button to place a building, so that's good to know. Turns out it's not left click, it's right click. And we'll also get a scanner jammer, attack tank, hover tank. Oh man, this game, it's all coming back to me. So the interesting thing with the Rebels is that they are very much the conserve what we have type faction. They have medical droids that can heal infantry. They have repair droids that you can heal your vehicles with. Ooh, there's another bunker up there. Let's get some, let's get a bunch of those guys down here, because we're going to need a lot of them. Because basically you take over bunkers only with infantry. You can't do it with anybody else. I don't know why I'm facing that way. That doesn't help me at all. Can I go down a little bit? Okay, up, nope. Up a little more. Haha, found the button. Yeah, I'm still very rusty at this game, but I hope you won't begrudge me that, seeing as how it's been, I would guess, I played it recently-ish, but like probably, by recently I mean 5 years ago instead of the 18 years ago when it came out. Alright, so we have, let's get you and you, no, not you, you guys going there. Why are you going that way? No, you go here.
I'll get there as quickly as possible.
And you
Ready for action. On it.
take over that, would you? Thank you. Oh, we got a Jawa up there. Look at him. Alright, so we will let them go, and I'll see what else I can do for explaining what's going on here. So we're going to get a couple guys into the turrets, because the Imperials have automated stuff. They have automated turrets controlled by, a specific part of their base, whereas the Rebels are very much low budget, essentially. It's a very interesting kind of asymmetrical gameplay, but the forces do balance out eventually. It's just a matter of surviving long enough with the Rebels that you can, hit them where it hurts, essentially. Let's get 2 hover tanks down here. You might notice the lack of music. You can play the music, and honestly, the music is like, it's that weird mix of terrible and amazing that just makes you want to listen to it all day long. Really, I love it, but I know people that don't, and I can't really fault them for that. We'll get a technology center. Why not? Okay, the Imperials have decided that it's all-out offensive time. I am not prepared for this. I am not prepared for this in the slightest. Oh, boy. Okay, let's have you guys go take out an ATST, I guess, and hope it's enough. Well, this match could be over quickly. Oh god, they have They have a freaking bomber up here. Alright, heavy artillery. That's good, right? Would you go attack something, please? Thank you. So as you can see, this game is more difficult than you would think. Let's get a health upgrade researching. Yep. Alright, well that's our infantry dead. How are they doing? You can see they don't have shields, whereas I do, but that's not helping a huge amount. Well, yeah, that scream pretty well sums up how this is going. I tell you what, let's make sure I have the difficulty sorted out, and then we'll go from there. How about that? Okay, I'll be right back. Alright, so this time I've decided to go with the Imperials, obviously, because I know them a little bit better than I do the Rebels. The Rebels take a little more finesse, and it being so long since I played last, I do not have finesse, so we are not going to deal with that at this moment. I don't need air control. Turret control, thank you. So we're going to start off by getting one of those and bring that down. And then, so one of the key parts of this game is scouting out and finding out where all the bunkers are so that you can keep getting command points. But I'm not good at that. This kind of game where you have to like fight over objectives to get your resources, that's not generally my favorite. Like Dawn of War, I forget which one did it that way. I think it was the first one. That's not generally how I like to gain, you know, my resource ports. I want to mine for it, like in Age of Empires, but this doesn't have that. So, you know, you do the best you can, I guess. Alright, so let's get this guy back here, and then we'll deploy him. Let us get an anti-vehicle turret, because apparently that's what the AI likes to attack with first, which I just found out. Alright, so we're going to deploy the mobile artillery, so it actually like animates putting its legs down, and then the cannon goes up, and it's a really small detail, but I really like that small detail. Alright, well, I think it's time. Yeah, so here you can look, 850 credits for command points for an AT-AT, but you can get an AT-AT, which is insane. This game is a little slow moving at first, just because for me, I like to turtle up behind my command points with my one bunker, because I don't like to fight over the bunkers. That's dumb. It's not my style of gameplay. But once you do get command points built up, you do really have a lot of power with how you play. There's air, there's, you know, mechanized warfare with AT-STs and AT-ATs. You saw the AT-PT, AT-AA, I think is the anti-aircraft walker that we saw. Once you do get the command points built up, though, like, you know, you have the options where you can get buildings like, you know, the landing platform, you got long-range artillery for the Imperials, all kinds of stuff. You have a mobile command center where you can call down. We have enemies. What do we have here? Aha! So there, they actually sent infantry. It's a good thing we had that artillery, because artillery is very effective against infantry. It just blows them to pieces. Get them to go inside there. And we'll actually get this guy to go in here. There we go. So it looks like the rebels might be down in this corner, which means we can expand out to the, I guess, to the right, but from where we're looking, to the left. I wish you could rotate this map down here, but I don't even think you can do that in modern games, much less back in 2000. So we have 35 command points. As you can tell, the command points are not increasing super quickly. We're going to see if we can see anybody coming to take that over. Oh, we can. Oh, we do have enemies incoming. Okay, where are ours? There they are. Alright, get there quickly, please. Oh, probe droid does not have a lot of health. But it's going to try and help. It's going to do what it can for you, buddies. Yes, get in there. So we have an advantage by being in there, I believe, because they have to attack into it. Well, that did nothing. It got one shot off, which, hey, just might help enough. So as you can see, he went down fast because it was just him attacking two full-strength stormtroopers. But now, I think they might have a slight advantage in health, and as soon as one of our stormtroopers goes down... Oh, okay, I think we just might win this. Oh, we did, but barely. Alright. Well, that was exciting. I mean, not very, but it was a little bit exciting, right? Alright, let's get auxiliary control down, because that'll let us get a hospital. The auxiliary control basically just lets you get a bunch of other buildings that aren't under turret control or anything. Alright, so now we have auxiliary control. And as you can see, we can get a whole bunch of upgrades there. What I am more interested in is, first of all, we'll get a bunch more stormtroopers once we can afford that. Oh, well, they're going to take over that bunker. So see, this is the kind of thing I don't like, where you're just wasting resources on trying to keep bunkers, and they can just keep sending in fodder, and it's dumb. I don't like it at all. Yeah, see, now they took control of that. So, great. Oh, so there's a hover tank, which is not great. As you can see, our artillery is actually damaging our own building, because, well, that's how artillery works. And it should be how it works. I'm not upset about that. Oh, and now we have infantry coming in, so our artillery is going to do good work against that as well. I think it's 2 hits to take down 1 trooper with just artillery. Yeah, you can see there, that did 40 damage because it hadn't been shot yet.
Opposition engaged.
Oh, dang, we have a lot of infantry coming in. See, yeah, they have bunkers all over the place. I just don't like using the resources to take on, you know, everyone. I just like getting turrets up and running until they basically just can't attack me. And then I enjoy my turtle, which is what I call my base. And yeah, it's also one of those games where they just keep feeding enemies into you until such a time as they think they've won, which, if you set up your base correctly, it just doesn't happen that way. That's just not how these things work. And yeah, look, there's another bunker that they have. So that's like 5 bunkers that they have compared to my 1. But because the AI isn't especially good, they're not really able to do anything against me. Yeah, the AI is not, I would say, not especially intelligent. They're just not intelligent at all, really, is what it comes down to, which is unfortunate. But, you know, it doesn't destroy the game, because for me, this game is so much more about, you know, enjoying being a part of this world, which is amazing, and I love it so much. But it does kind of detract from the challenge, at least. So, like, the Rebels have that mobile repair droid that can walk around and repair vehicles and buildings and all that. The Imperials just have this repair bay. It does have a mobile droid, but that's only for, like, turrets and buildings. Every vehicle has to go there to get repaired. So the Rebels are really cool and thematic in that they are essentially designed to act like a guerrilla force should. So, like, here's that little thing. So we're going to have him actually go repair that turret. But, oh, okay, that's a mobile artillery platform, which is not great. So he'll survive this, and then we'll just send him to the mobile artillery, or the mobile repair. Not mobile repair. Regular repair. That one. And now our turrets won't have any problem finishing those guys off. I don't know if you can repair the repair droid at the repair bay. I also don't know how many times I can say the word repair before it stops having any meaning. Apparently at least as many as I've used it already. Can I repair that? No, I cannot. So you see, it's just standing there waiting. It's not happy about me trying to repair it. So as you can see, it would take a concerted effort to bring me down at this point, even with this just basic base. Like, you know, I'm not really that worried about their attacks. But what I am going to do is hop in here, grab one of those bad boys, and then I can't afford 3 ATSTs. So what we're going to do is grab 2 of those, because that way we'll be protected from air attack as well. Oh, I thought I heard a pro droid. But so what I was grabbing was a heavy artillery, so it's the big brother of this bad boy. And you can see up here, it's actually gaining experience, which is incredibly useful, because I think like fire rate goes up, and I don't think health goes up, but you get better and better as you go up, and it's really useful to have. We'll upgrade the fire rate. We'll also upgrade the movement. Well, once we can, we'll upgrade the movement speed. So these are the ATAAs. These are the anti-aircraft walkers, essentially, which I always love these things, little frog walkers that they are. I love these guys. And this one we're actually going to have just kind of pull over here, pathfind its way through absolutely nothing that's blocking it, and then it has to deploy as well. So this is their heavy tank actually coming in, the attack tank. This is the heaviest vehicle that the Rebels have, if I remember correctly. And as you can see, we're just chewing through it because the heavy artillery is just a beast when it comes down to it. We're actually going to have the anti-aircraft back up a little bit. And we'll have another vehicle turret. So I'll be the first one to admit that this is not the most sporting way to play this game, or any game really. But for me, this game is all about nostalgia and enjoying what it is that you have, which is Star Wars and the ability to be in control of the Empire or the Rebellion, and it's astounding for doing that. So yeah, 2 artillery shots hit that guy in the back without any lasers hitting him, and he's just down now. So as you can see, the rebels are starting to get a little bit more competent, where they're sending in 2 artillery platforms. The problem is it takes them so long to do that that it's not difficult to take it out by the time they send in a considerable force. And now they have some, air speeders coming in, but because we have the ATAA sitting around, not too much of a problem, really. Let's go ahead and send that into the repair bay and get that all healed up. So as you can see here, we're actually losing points because we're repairing things. We're repairing the turret and we're repairing the ATAA, or at least we will be. Definitely a balancing act. Alright, so this is where the fun begins. Now we have this turret, which is a fixed artillery turret. That essentially can rain down hellfire anywhere on this map. Pretty much, as long as you can see it, you could attack it. Like, you know what, let's demonstrate that. Yep, there it goes, and that's a short-range shot for it. That doesn't take too long to hit. Whereas this guy, I don't think it can hit from there, can it? No, it can't. And you also cannot hit. See how the reticle turned red? Yeah. More airspeeders coming in. That's obviously going very well for them. Oh, it's going better than I thought. Let's repair you. I think it's time we get some anti-air turrets, don't you? Yeah, so now we have 3 artillery all firing at one time. And it's not going to go well for any of Rebel that comes in to try and take care of us. I think we're probably doing more damage to our turret than we were to anything else, really. Alright, I actually realized that I was firing at the bunker still, so let's fire on the actual enemies, shall we? Yeah, so you can see there's just bombs going all over the place out of all the artillery on the field. Getting just a little ridiculous. Alright, so we have a whole bunch of stormtroopers. So what we're going to do is just load up our turrets, because I believe stormtroopers, even though they're in an automated turret, I believe that they end up getting experience from being in the turret, even if it is automated. So that's one thing that I always did. And plus, it just keeps rebels from trying to take over your turrets if they blow up your turret control. So it's never a bad idea. Oh, that's a personnel carrier, so it's going to drop a bunch of people who will all die immediately because of all the bombs coming in. Yeah, so you can see they actually just took over that turret, which is not what we want. Oh, great, yeah, anti-aircraft's under attack again. There it goes. Alright, well, can't win them all. Now we have stormtroopers fighting. That's all going to go well, I'm sure, because they're all damaged. Oh, that turret's going to go down, and that's okay, because we can build another one. Because we are the Empire, and life is cheap. Yep, there it goes. Alright, so that is the exact reason why you always man your turrets. I forgot that they could just do that even before they took down your, Oh, they have Y-wings that can bomb things now. Where's my little guy? Oh, I think they blew up my repair droid. And I don't think you can get another one. That's not good. Alright, would you come over here and help, please? You're obviously not being a great help, but what we can do, actually, before we get another turret, is call down one of these bad boys. That is the landing pad. It is massive and ridiculously bulky and in the way of the camera, but what it does do is a great job of giving us some fun toys to play with. I really don't know if I can get another one of those repair droids.
Anti-aircraft platform is here. We're
So it's
ready for action,
definitely
sir.
blown up. Here, what we can do is we can get 9 TIE fighters that are all going to come screaming down, and those are fun. So yeah, now they're coming in with the heavy artillery, where they have 2 of their heaviest tanks and an artillery platform, and they're probably going to blow up this turret. But that's okay, because we can build another one, because it's cheap. Yep, they did blow it up. Blowing up their airspeeder with our TIE fighters over here. Oh, get out of there. Go home. Go home. So yeah, so that's where their base is just right over here. They have an anti-air turret, but they don't have too much in the way of defenses, which is good for us because we can do things like this.
Opposition
Call down
engaged.
2 AT-ATs at once. You might wonder what these are. Those are personnel carriers for stormtroopers. That's just in case I want to just send a all-out offensive against their base where I just take over all their stuff, but haven't had to just yet. I don't know why those two landed that way when there's whatever. I'm not going to question it. Alright, so who's ready for this? Oh, it's game time now because these even have the massive chin guns. Which, what more could you want, really? So an interesting thing is now you can see that we are losing a little bit of command points even though we're not repairing anything.
Ready, sir.
That is because we are over the command point cap, essentially. So, because we have things that cost too many command points, we are now in a little bit of trouble. It's not too bad because such a thing exists as killing enemy units for command points, so I'm really not too worried about it when it comes down to it. What I am going to do, though, is just kind of send off a skirmishing force and see what happens. Oh no, okay, airspeeders are kind of a problem right now, actually, because they are one of the only things that's a problem to an AT-AT. As you can imagine, yeah, there goes a tow cable. They're trying to shoot tow cables out, and I don't like that they are doing that, because that will take down an AT-AT way before its health goes down. As you can see, they have 1,250 health points, so we're going to go ahead and send all these guys out. Oh yeah, I forgot these guys have a anti-air weapon. Well, I don't like that. But we will eventually get our AT-ATs on the way, and we'll see what good we can do for it. Also, I will try and, you know, turn down the volume on this a little bit while the TIE fighters are flying around, because that's more than a little annoying. Oh yeah. Whoops. Alright, so now we have Y-Wings, which are bombers. As you saw. Okay, we got one, but the second one did drop some bombs. Doesn't really do much to the AT-AT, though. When it comes down to it, that's not too much of a problem. That is much more of a problem, though, for our TIE fighters. And as you can see, I'm still bombing them with my turret from halfway across the map because the Empire is ridiculous. That's pretty much the only reason. So as you can see, we're taking out their air defenses, which is amazingly good for us. They do have a lot of proton torpedo launchers, which is not good for us. And we're almost out of TIE fighters because of how strong their air defenses are. It's okay, because they're blowing themselves up as they're blowing up my AT-ATs, which they are doing a pretty surprisingly good job of. Yeah, there goes one AT-AT. So this was obviously just a pretty quick suicidal attempt to show you what the battles can look like. They do get to a pretty big scale. Like, I think you saw a glimpse of a shield generator over here where everything under it, even buildings, gets shields. And that is always a lot of fun to play around with. But I think that is about all I wanted to show you guys. This was, again, just a quick little video to show you a video game that I have loved for, 18 years now. I can barely get it to work on modern computing hardware, but in the end, that's really okay, because I love it enough that I'm okay with it being janky. That doesn't bother me overly much. Oh, here goes our TIE fighter. Gonna blow up now. And with the death of the TIE fighter, I think we'll come back to our turtle where they will never get to us behind all of our turrets, and we will say, that's gonna do it for this episode. I am Intronerded. This is the flawed and yet excellent Force Commander, and I will see you all in the next game.